Judgment and love are opposites. From one come all sorrows of the world, but from the other come the peace of God Himself. Everything with judgment, all the sorrow, all the suffering of the world. And this is where it comes down to the idea and the concept, the actual experience of I am responsible for all the sins of the world. Now that's not all the doings. Yes, I'm responsible for all of that as well, but I'm responsible for all the lost understanding, all the sinfulness, all the non-innocence that I experience and see in the world. And that everywhere I look through my judgment, not just individually, but literally one judgment is the whole kick and caboodle. I don't even know if I say that right. But it's the whole thing. All comes back, all comes with everything. As I have talked about my death experience, to get more specifically, when I was choosing to come back, they said the only way you can come back is that you have to accept the resentment or grievance again. And I accepted one of each. And instantaneously, the whole world appeared again, came back as if nothing happened. Only in my experience, my psyche. And I know I don't even remember the majority of what actually occurred. It was like lifetimes in the actual experience of that, say, instant. But all of it, just one resentment, one grievance, one judgment of being separate is all that's needed. And the entirety of all heaven is then distorted and changed and rearranged and shifted and mushed and gushed into physicality. And everybody has to adhere to physicality because of who you are. Your choice changes everything. Your choice has made... I mean, you think, like, you're just a fallen angel by yourself? No. All of heaven has fallen with you. And it's not call for guilt. It's not in that sense of misunderstanding. It's just a choice. This is God's will through you. Remember, it's not something you're doing wrong. It's something you're going into and to come out of. You're going into the idea of wrong, to come out of the idea of wrong. It is the landscape of ideas of wrong, the judgments. Can I judge this as right, or can I judge this as wrong? This is the only place, the world, in which that judgment is possible to be made. The knowledge of good and evil. You use the whole package deal of the knowledge of good and evil all at the same time. Everything, all up, all down, all good, all bad, is all come right along with one single judgment. So don't squander this down into Don't diminish this into just a judgment of somebody if they're ugly or stupid or crazy or a stupid son of a beep. It's not just that. Those exist too, but those are completely justified after you have the whole world. This world, those are justified, right? We definitely have reason to believe those things. But in an outside of the world, outside of judgment, no reason. No reasoning to it. What love is a natural acceptance of what it is. And that it's a little weird to talk about because everything is what it is. So how could it judge between itself? How could it say something is not it or not worthy of it when it knows its own will? It knows its will to go any direction, whether dreams or reality, whether good or bad, makes no difference. It knows itself. Those who think that somehow there is a judgment do not know themselves. They do not recognize themselves, and it might be temporary. I might be enjoying such an experience myself, but it's being done through me. It is always being done through me. You do not really have a will of your own. You only have a will of your own because you're the only will that exists. And it seems as if your will can go against everyone else's because that is conducive to this separation experience that we willed ourselves into. We chose this. If it was obvious that everyone was the will of God, then we wouldn't have much of a separated experience. We're like, oh yeah, duh. We're all on the same page, and we're saying it at the same time, in unison. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, duh, 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 duh. We are one, we are one. The awakening of Christ is the awakening of love. As you awaken, so does the whole world. So does everything you perceive. And you can talk about alternate dimensions or alternate universes, and they call it the Mandela effect around here, around these dimensions. But I've been experiencing it almost my whole life, where things change around you because you're changing universes, I keep saying, in the sixth and seventh dimensions. You're changing the universes in which you're experiencing, and you're raising, and you see that lower dimension universes, lower universes have a lot of sleeping people. Higher universes have a lot more awakened people. And when we get to those highest universes, lack of better words, because it's not really higher or lower, there's only a few sleeping people to there only being the awakened. Yeah. Now there might be a few of different variations of the awakened. But who's counting? Why do we need to count? Just go through the experience and keep accepting love instead. Let's keep accepting. That's all we need. Forgiveness looks upon and sees loveliness, sees innocence. It's not concerned with if it's in the right place or not, if it's good or not, if it's bad or not. It's not concerned if it's going in the right direction or screwing it up. These are all judgments. You can't make judgments of yourself, the only will that exists. You can if you think you're separate from other things, other people. Absolutely. But you can't when we are one.